Rome was called the Eternal City by the ancient Romans, because they believed that no matter what happened in the rest of the world, the city of Rome would always remain standing. Exploring the city center by foot, surrounded by glorious monuments and colossal remains, will take you back in time to the glory that was Rome. With its unparalleled history, Rome is the third most visited city in Europe and the 14th worldwide. No matter where you go within Rome, you will come across historical sites, beautiful churches, and piazzas lined with restaurants and bars. Planning your first visit can seem overwhelming. We hope the following information will make those decisions easier, so you have a fun and relaxed holiday. The Colosseum is the main symbol of Rome. It is an imposing construction that, with its almost 2,000 years of history, will bring you back in time to discover the way of life in the Roman Empire. The construction of the Colosseum began in the year 72, under the empire of Vespasian, and was finished in the year 80, during the rule of the Emperor Titus. After completion, the Colosseum became the greatest Roman amphitheater, measuring 188 meters in length, 156 meters in width and 57 meters in height. The Emperor Titus inaugurated the Colosseum with 100 days of games, which took the life of more than 2,000 gladiators. To avoid endless lines that can cost you several hours, it is advisable either to arrive early in the morning, or skip the lines and get to know the famous monument in detail by taking a guided tour. The Roman Forum is a rectangular forum surrounded by the ruins of several important ancient government buildings. Unlike the later imperial fora in Rome, the Roman Forum developed gradually, organically, and piecemeal over many centuries. Many of the oldest and most important structures of the ancient city were located on or near the Forum. These included the royal residence, the Temple of Vesta, as well as the surrounding complex of the Vestal Virgins. The Vatican City, one of the most sacred places in Christendom, attests to a great history and a formidable spiritual venture. A unique collection of artistic and architectural masterpieces lie within the boundaries of this small state. At its center is St. Peter's Basilica, with its double colonnade and a circular piazza in front and bordered by palaces and gardens. The basilica, erected over the tomb of St. Peter the Apostle, is the largest religious building in the world, the fruit of the combined genius of Bramante, Raphael, Michelangelo, Bernini, and Maderno. Within the Vatican, there are numerous interesting attractions to visit, but the best are the following: St. Peter's Square, St. Peter's Basilica, and the Vatican Museums, where the Sistine Chapel is located. The Vatican is an extremely popular attraction, and it is safe to expect long lines at the venue. If you visit the Vatican without tickets, you could find yourself waiting in line for up to 2 hours to purchase your tickets. We recommend getting a skip-the-line ticket or book a guided tour to avoid wasting time. Altar of the Fatherland is a large national monument built between 1885 and 1935 to honor Victor Emmanuel II, the first king of a unified Italy. Castle St. Angelo was initially commissioned by the Roman Emperor Hadrian as a mausoleum for himself and his family. The building was later used by the popes as a fortress and castle, and is now a museum. The Trevi Fountain is perhaps the most famous fountain in the world and definitely in Rome, with construction lasting from 1732 to 1762. It is tradition during your trip to throw a coin into the fountain. Keep your eyes closed and throw the coin into the water over your left shoulder using your right hand. According to legend, if you throw 1 coin, you will return to Rome. If you throw 2 coins, you will fall in love with an attractive Italian. If you throw 3 coins, you will marry the person that you met. The Spanish Steps climb a steep slope between the Piazza di Spagna at the base and Piazza Trinita dei Monti, dominated by the Trinita dei Monti Church, at the top. The monumental stairway of 135 steps was built from 1723 to 1725. Piazza Navona is one of the largest and most beautiful piazza squares in Rome, with 3 impressive fountains, including La Fontana dei Quattro Fiumi with its large obelisk at the center. The Baroque church of St. Agnes in Agone provides an impressive backdrop. Surrounding the square are restaurants and street artists, painters, and musicians who add a lively atmosphere to the scene. Despite the undoubted architectural delights and history of the place, for most people this is a pleasant place to hang out, have a drink from the many restaurants that line the piazza, and people watch. The Pantheon is one of the most recognizable Roman buildings in Rome's city center. Construction of the Pantheon Rome started in 27 BC on the order of Marcus Agrippa. It is one of the few buildings from ancient Rome that has stayed completely intact. The current temple and characteristic round dome were not built until the 2nd century, under Emperor Hadrian. The opening in the dome lets in light in a special way. In addition to being a source of light, this oculus was a deliberate addition to Hadrian's design to let the visitors of the temple be in direct contact with the heavens.